Mike Davis and Mitch Ramirez. What's Mike Davis is like crazy high odds, right?
Yeah, he's minus 1100.
It's fucking cat, bro. God damn. Search action.
He's minus 1100. And Mitch
Yeah,
Ramirez
Mitch
sucks.
Ramirez's last five fights have ended by KO. Three of them were wins by KO. Two of them were losses by KO, and one of them was a KO loss against Carlos Prates. Poor dude. I mean, uh, I don't. Mike Davis has such a weird fight style. I don't know if he's gonna get the finish here. I feel like he's just gonna dominate him by just all around everywhere. I don't know if he's gonna finish though. I would stay away from this fight, but if you Mike Davis is probably gonna dominate, if not finish. I'd go with a spread just for better odds.
I'm not even gonna bet on it. Mike Davis clearly
I mean,
the
I'm, I
pick
I
minus
always
a
say I'm
thousand.
not gonna bet on it. And I always end up betting on it.
I'll probably bet the over 1.5, but it's probably minus 300.
It's over 2.5. Over 2.5 in that fight's plus 140.
Oh,
So Kennedy injured. Kennedy versus Walter Walker. I'm not even gonna try attempt that. Honestly, this is a really close fight. I could see both guys winning, but I really like the odds for Walter Walker. Plus 164. He has one loss in his career to Lucas Brzezinski, whatever the fuck that dude's name is. I actually thought Walker won that fight personally. So that's like a. It's tough. He's pretty well rounded everywhere, and Kennedy's kind of one dimensional. Just kind of just goes in and swings. Bit older. Um, I think this is Walter Walker's fight to lose, and that plus money, I'm going to take that every day of the week.
I'm also gonna take Walker. I think he's, I wouldn't say a one-trick pony, but the heel hook's definitely his one trick. And I think Kennedy's at a point in his career where it doesn't really matter if he wins or loses. He just needs the paycheck. So I feel like he'll tap quicker than trying to get out of it because the heel hook's a little fishy. It's either you try and get out of it and ruin everything, or you tap quick and lose. Kennedy's definitely the better striker, but I feel like it's gonna eventually hit the ground. Hopefully,
I do really like under 2.5 at minus 130. I think it's either a Caddy knockout or a Walker finish. Could be KO or sub. Um, I don't know. Solid odds right there. Jake Matthews versus Chidi and Joe Kuwani. This is just kind of like a mid ass fight. Jake Matthews is like the definition of the most average fighter in the UFC. And Chidi, for some reason, has a little bit of hype, which is crazy because he has 10 losses. And he's like 35 or something. He's like fucking old, dude.
it doesn't
He
say.
doesn't say his age. Let me pull it up. He's an old dude. Everyone's like, oh, he should get ranking. He should get all this. He's
Chitty
36.
Chitty missed weight again, second time.
Yeah.
Uh, I think Jake Matthews marches forward the entire fight and most likely wins by a
Jake.
decision or a KO. But he's very aggressive, even if he's not the best at it.
Yeah.
He does keep marching forward, and I don't see him getting chinned. He's definitely slightly better than Chitty, and I think he's the active dog of the week.
Yeah. Plus 130 for Jake Matthews. Money line. I like it. I wouldn't say I'm confident in that pick. This is kind of another tough one to bet on, but I would go Jake Matthews to win this one.
I'm definitely going to take Jake Matthews money line.
Max Griffin versus Chris Curtis. This is Curtis's welterweight UFC debut. He looks really lean. He looks like in really good shape, and I think Chris Curtis is like a very underrated fighter. He's been a perennial ranking like gatekeeper middleweight for like years and years now. He trains at Extreme Couture. He's a very well-rounded technical striker. This is completely his fight to lose. At minus 320, odds aren't great, but I'm gonna throw that in a lot of my parlays tomorrow. I can't see a way that Max Griffin wins this fight respectfully.
I agree.
Respectfully.
Dude, he's missing a nipple.
And yeah, and he's missing a nipple, bro. So he's got something to fight for.
Uh,
That was crazy.
yeah, I'm taking Chris Curtis by decision. I don't think he gets a finish.
Yeah, he's a decision fighter, but he's a cool guy, Chris.
That's it for the prelims.
That's it.
Flying through this. Junior Tafa versus Mr. Tacos.
This is Tafa's light heavyweight debut. He actually looks in somewhat good shape for the first time, maybe ever. This fight, it's a Tafa fight. It's not going the distance. That's just how it goes in those fights. me pull up the odds. Under 1.5 is at -120. I would maybe buy a point and go under 2.5 to be sure and be safe. I like under 2.5. Under 1.5 is kind of pushing it for me personally, but
Tuco in two of his fights against Navajo Sterling took clean shots. I honestly think it might go over 1.5. And one of the active plays I put in was Tuco over 2 takedowns. But I mean, that's kind of it's plus money. That's if it does go over 1.5. But I'll probably take under 2.5 and Toffa money line. I mean, even though I faded his brother last time he fought, I'm swapping it now.
Tafas, they literally just go out and swing. Doesn't they don't really give a fuck if they lose because Dana, for some reason, is never gonna fucking cut them, and he's always gonna put them on the main card.
It's just a guaranteed finish.
Yep. All right. This is a all right. On paper, Vitor Petrino is better in every fucking facet over Austin Lane. However, in Vitor Petrino's last 2 fights, he closed at -450 and -380. He got submitted by Anthony Fetal Position Smith in the first round, and then got brutally fucking knocked out by Dustin fucking Jacoby. He's at -700. I'm sorry, I can't trust these odds. He just for some reason loves to let people down. At the same time, though, Austin Lane is like the definition of a fucking can. This fight's not going the distance. If you have to bet on this fight, it's not going the distance.
Yeah, I'm not taking either money line. I think Petrino should win. I mean, on paper,
Yeah.
if he can read.
Let me pull up the line right here. Under 1.5 is -160. I kind of like that because Austin Lane's got no chin, and he got fucking murdered by Mario Pinto just a few months ago. So
That was the second round though. He did survive.
that was second round, but he did yeah. That is debuting though. Petrino, I feel like heavyweight debut. He's gonna hit a lot harder. He's already a pretty powerful, aggressive fighter. I don't know. I'm like an under 1.5. Not super confident in it, but if I'm gonna bet in this fight, I'm gonna go with that one. -160.
Definitely agree. Nate versus Charcuterie.
Right. Nate the Train and Morgan Charrier. This is gonna be a banger fight. I've never seen a boring Nate fight, Nate the Train, and Morgan goes out there and he just throws. Awesome. But Nate's fighting at home. He's a striker. He's aggressive. And I don't think he's gonna lose in the fist fight to a French dude at home, respectfully. So Nate's odds are +210, and I feel like he has such a great fight style against Morgan Charrier, who kind of struggles under pressure. We saw in his last fight against Nathaniel Wood. Nathaniel Wood was just using so many technical striking abilities against Morgan, and Morgan got dropped, I want to say 2 or 3 times in that fight.
I thought he lost.
He did lose. He lost by decision.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he did. I'm surviving. But both these guys go out there to fucking throw hands. This fight's not going the distance. I don't know about first round or something like that. Right now under 2.5 is at +130. I really like those odds, but I also think Nate the Train is gonna win this fight at +210 odds. This is a great way to throw some plus money in there.
I'm definitely also taking Nate. I just feel like he is definitely one of the people. He didn't look the best against Duhu. His last fight, he looked a little washed, a little old. But if it's anyone that could bounce back, it's definitely him. He likes a gritty fight. And earlier on ESPN Bet, I was looking at the specials. I'm gonna take Nate's money line, but they also have Nate to win by KO in rounds 2 or 3, +600, and then Charcuterie to win in 1 and 3, +235.
I like that +600 bet a lot. I think Nate could get a late finish here. He goes out there and he's aggressive as fuck. He wants to put on a show. He wants to go on that mic and he wants to fucking spit some bars. And he wants to do it at home too. This is a great line to take Nate at.
So I'm definitely taking the special and Nate money line.
This is gonna be hard. Calvin Kattar's like the only decent fighter out of Boston the past few years, other than Rob Font, who's actually a dog. But Kattar's he's on the decline. He's old. He's taken so much fucking damage. Um, his last fight, he was getting pieced up until round 3 when Zalal decides to run a marathon. Here's the thing, though. Steve Garcia is a finisher. He's got an 83% finish rate. He goes out there to throw fucking hands. He's a knockout artist. Calvin Kattar has never been knocked out. His record shows one knockout. That's because he tore his meniscus, I believe, against Arnold Allen, and they called it a TKO loss. He's never been knocked out. He ate 500-something fucking strikes against fucking Max Holloway. Do I think he's going to win this fight? Honestly, probably not. I love Steve Garcia's odds at minus 122. But I see a lot of people taking Steve Garcia by finish, and I don't see it happening. Maybe he could be the guy to finally crack Calvin. I don't know. He's taking a lot of damage. He's old, and but time has proven that Calvin Kattar is a durable fighter. I'm gonna take Steve Garcia money line at minus 122.
I think I'm also gonna take Steve Garcia, but it is good to note that Kattar switched gyms. So he might be coming in as a different fighter. He's very gritty. So if he worked on a little more blocking technique, he might come in and piece up a decision. You really don't know. So I'm probably going to take the over.
Over 1.5 is at minus 160. Those are really good odds as well because I don't think this fight's going to end. If it's going to end, it's going to be a very late finish. Calvin Kattar is a durable guy. So
I'm definitely taking the over 1.5 and probably Steve Garcia money line.
Yeah. I like that. Oh, this is just jeez. This is just another really hard one to watch because.
What the fuck?
Pull it up, dude.
Oh, I'm trying to fit it. Okay.
This is another really hard one to watch. I fucking love Stephen Thompson. His last fight, he was arguably beaten Joaquin Buckley until he decided to fucking levitate and just absolutely murder Wonderboy, that poor guy. He might be 42 or 43, however the fuck old he is. He's still one of the best strikers in that division. There's no question about it. Gabriel Bonfim, he's a jiu-jitsu fucking master. Insane. I think he's got 14 or 15 wins by submission. I could be wrong.
76% submission rate?
Something crazy. He's a submitter. And Thompson, as we know, is not the best on the ground. But at the same time, I feel like this is Wonderboy's fight to lose. I don't buy the Gabriel Bonfim hype. I don't even buy his brother's hype either. Thompson has proved that he could still hang with some of the best in the division. And with Thompson's odds at plus 350, I'm gonna sprinkle some money on it. Am I fully confident? Probably not, but at those odds, I'm going to throw some money.
So I'm definitely also taking Wonderboy, but not very confident, so I'm not going to put a lot on. I just think that Bonfim has fought most cans, even in the Chaos fight. Like, took him a while to get him down and submit him. And Bonfim is very good, like, keeping distance in the beginning. And that's all Wonderboy does, is fight a little further away, so I think he's going to piece him up for at least a round, and Bonfim's going to be scared to go in and get a takedown because Wonderboy is known for, like, someone entering, like a head kick or something. So I really think the first round is going to be slow, and Bonfim might get a submission in round 2 or 3, but if not, if Wonderboy can stay on his feet, he's going to hedge a decision. So I'm probably going to take Wonderboy by decision.
I like that bet a lot.
The main.
All right. I think Taliesin Teixeira is going to win this fight, but there is no way in fucking hell I'm taking that money line. In my honest opinion, I think this fight should be minus 140 for Teixeira and like maybe plus 120 for Derek Lewis. This is a way closer fight than people think. Teixeira has 40 seconds of UFC experience going up against Derek Lewis, who has literally fought fucking everybody in that division. I will say, I don't know why they made this a main event. Not that they don't deserve the main event, but because Teixeira is 8-0 with 8 first-round finishes, and Derek Lewis just does not... Normally his fights don't go past round 2. They could have put someone else in a 5 rounder and made this a 3 rounder because there's no chance in fucking hell this is going the distance. I don't even think it's gonna see round 3, let alone round 2. So I really like under 1.5 at -210. Teixeira's never left the first round. Derek Lewis is gonna go in there. He's either gonna knock him out or he's gonna get knocked out. Teixeira's got the reach, he's got the height. I think he can stay out of some of those massive blows from Derek Lewis, but it's Derek Lewis, man. You never know what the fuck could happen. But under 1.5 at -160, or no, not -160, at -210. I'm throwing a lot of money on that. That's one of my biggest picks of the night.
I saw a bet earlier. Someone explained Teixeira first round KO. I'm checking the odds. Round betting. Where is it? Method and combo. And by KO in round 1 is +110. Someone said take that and then hedge your own bet with over 1.5, which I actually really liked. But I am just gonna hammer Derek Lewis. I just think he has the one-hit wonder. I feel like he can do it. Or I do think it might go over 1.5 though, because Teixeira is a very good like clinch worker up against the fence, and I think Derek Lewis could definitely sit there and take a few elbows. I mean, I know he's old and he goes out, but I think he could sit there for a while, at least a round, and it might start off slow because they're both fucking heavy hitters, just like Ngannou, Derek Lewis. So I think honestly, taking a little gamble over 1.5 is not a bad bet.
I see your reasoning why, but this fight, someone's ended by the. I just saw the odds to end by knockout at -900. This fight, someone's getting knocked the fuck out. Teixeira's odds that while I think he's gonna win, I'm not taking his money line. Derek Lewis money line at +240. That's worth a few dollars. If anyone is gonna survive Teixeira, at his age right now and his experience in the UFC, it's gonna be Derek Lewis. He's hung in there with the best. I got under 1.5, and I'm also gonna throw a little bit on Derek Lewis, but that's just in case. I do think this is completely Talon Teixeira's fight to lose.